I'm not sure how to say that, but I got in a little bit of trouble. See, so as you guys can see here, I start sanding here because I gotta remove this paint and I gotta do the entire process from scratch. Everything about this headlights has been like a mystery for me, because so far I noticed somebody opened this headlight before for this 100%. So I'm just facing the challenge though. So as you guys can see here on my workstation, I will get on to work. I'm gonna start sanding, and then I'm gonna use a primer before. Go ahead, make sure everything is smooth, because I don't wanna, you know, have a bad paint. Once you close this thing on the new lens, it's done, it's over. So let's sand it. So I just finished sanding. As you guys can see, the black, it's gone. Over here it's kind of a challenge, but I used the knife just to remove like as much as I could. But anyway, it's really smooth. You know, I don't know if you guys can tell. I use like a finish one. So my desk is a mess. So what are we gonna do now? We're gonna wash with soap and water. That's it. Then we're gonna use 2 more things before we apply the primer, right? So I take you guys upstairs. So as I said, first we're gonna use like a sponge and water, soap and water. That's it. After washing, like really give it like a good wash, we're gonna use this curve, which is this piece here. Take your time, you know, and that's what you should use it before you sand it. I just sand it because there was paint on top of it. If you just have regular parts, you can just use this. Once you're done with this curve, rinse it off. There you go. The next step is we're gonna use degreaser to just remove everything that can be on top of it. The primer can work, right? So I'm just gonna give it like another wash, but this time with degreaser. Now, as you guys can see, it's still drying. We're gonna clean, last clean before the primer. We're gonna use tack cloth. This thing is super sticky. It's just gonna remove everything that needs to be removed. And that was the thing I was telling you guys. This curve, see? I used like one of these for 2 headlights. So I will clean and I'm gonna apply the primer, and fingers crossed that's gonna work. Now we're gonna apply the primer. I'm using this one. You can use it whatever you want. For use it on metal, fiberglass, and more. So, and more means plastic. So I'm gonna apply, and I'll show you guys the final result before we paint it. That's the first coat. We're gonna let dry, and I'm gonna apply the second one. I'll wait for like 10-15 minutes and we should be good.
1 eternity later.
Alright, has been an hour and a half. 3 coats of the primer. Now I'm gonna start applying the paint. So if everything goes well, we're gonna start putting everything together. Of course, after drying, I'm gonna probably put like 3 coats gloss black, and we should be good to go. Let's paint it.
Approximately 10 hours later.
That's how they are looking so far. they look pretty good to me. You guys saw how I painted, so now I'm gonna start put these bad boys together. Then we can put the new lenses on. So there's a couple of hardwares that goes here and there, which should be easy. That should be a very straightforward how-to. Quick clean. I'll clean those parts too. And by the way, I tinted this the signal light here for both. I didn't show you guys because I have done a lot of painting stuff and wrapping stuff, so you guys know how is the drill. And then we're gonna start putting everything back together. It's just the reverse process what we did, just putting the piece together. I'm not gonna bother you with that. Just make sure if you wanna do this, or either take pictures or you know exactly where the parts are going back on, because that's the hardest part of this process, right? Now the lens, the new lens. That's the new lens. So what I'm gonna do, so I don't scratch, I'm use this piece of whatever this is to protect it, and we should be good to just put in here. Make sure everything fits well. Alright, with the new lenses on, what we need to do is to attach to the base. And here's the trick part though. My lenses are super used, so you see here it's like somebody did that before. I mentioned that many times. So what I'm gonna do, people normally they use like a tape. I'm gonna use like a silicone, but that's because I want to be extra careful. I don't think the tape does a really good job, but that's me. You can do whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm quite sure the silicones do the work. This silicone, it's good for high and low temperatures and stuff, so I think we should be good with this one. Put the lens back on. I'll make sure I don't touch anything that I don't wanna touch. Just don't wanna put a silicone like on top of it. So there are 3 bolts underneath now that we need to attach. So this thing is going back in place, and then I will clean the silicone. That's it, boys. It's ready. Let me show you the comparison between the old lens and the new lens. Look at this. This was on top of it. Look at the difference. So I think overall it's looking good, but let me put everything back together. I'll put in the car back together, and then we're gonna do the review, right? Oh, the one more thing it's missing, and I'll put on time lapse here, is just like the gasket that goes around. That's the only thing missing. After that, we should be 100% done. I don't even know where this video is, but I went with gloss black. But so far, it's looking good. Whoa, I don't even know where this video is, to be honest though. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna just put the car back, everything back on. And you guys, if you guys are wondering about that part, I gotta leave that for now because I'm gonna use the car for something else, and I need the car back together. I'll figure out what to do. It's not a big deal. It's not gonna, you know, compromise anything. A lot of Corvettes, they have the same thing. Let's put the car back together and call the day, or call the days, and I will explain to you guys things I learned doing this, and you see, you know, do the review. So enjoy some time lapse. We are done with the headlights, and of course today it's a completely different day because I was so tired when I finished, and I'll tell you what was worth it was. But let me show you guys the car first, and then I'm gonna explain the details. All right. Here it is, my new dude. The car, it's completely different. If you guys didn't notice, I tinted the turn signal for both sides. I also went ahead and I tinted the Corvette logo, so everything is black out now. So dude, I cannot be happier. It's just like, looks like a new car now. And look, the car is not even clean, and look at how it shines. Of course, we have the sun hitting that way. Maybe here you guys can see better. There we go. That's how it looks like. Let me turn it off the light so you guys can see better. There we go. So what do you guys think? Dude, it looks so much better. It's a completely different car. I'm gonna put a picture before and after here so you can see it. I also went ahead, because I tinted the Corvette logo, I tinted in here too, so we have everything black out there. That's it, boys. That's it for this upload. Of course, was a really long video, but a couple of information. The total cost for this project, I paid $100 for the lens. I spent a little bit more in paint than I was thinking, because the problem we faced it with primer paint. I spent another 12 bucks, 115 bucks in for this project. It's not bad at all. Consider that a new set of headlights, it's around $600-700 if you find a used one. If you go with the C7 one, it's probably gonna be $1,200. The other thing you gotta consider is the time. I was trying to do like a math, how many hours I spent on it. I think I spent an around, I know, between letting the paint dry and everything else, around like 9 hours worth of job, like between removing the bumper, the lens, putting the lenses in the oven and everything else. That's probably a 9 hours job. So if you consider that you get paid by hour, you gotta do the math to make sure it is worth. For me, it was worth. I don't want to spend more than a few $100 on it. Like $200 was my budget for it. I was way below. At the end, pays off. If you take your time and patience, pays off. So that's basically, I tried to show you guys as much details as possible. If you have any questions, leave any comment below. I'll be glad to help you answering. And dude, I love it. I just love it. I just love it. So that's it, guys, for today's upload. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope to see you guys next upload. If you're here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. Also, hit that thumbs up. And as always, never forget, enjoy life.